now today.
Yes, my friends, welcome to the Unbox Me Today show. We are live and we appreciate all of you. I want to say that if you want to make this an amazing day, make sure you click the victory bell. Make sure you leave some comments and some likes for us. And let's welcome our newest guest. And let me tell you, this amazing person I just met. I'm so blessed here. Lucie Rosa Stagi. She is a vibrant communicator, connector, speaker, and co-author of the international best-selling The Art of Connection series and Ageless Voices, the acclaimed book and a documentary celebrating resilience, reinventing, and repurpose or purpose at every stage of life. She's also the creator and host of Lucie's Inspiring Stories, where she spotlights authentic voices and powerful life lessons from around the world. Drawing from her own journey of transformation, Lucie blends wisdom, warmth, and humor to encourage others to embrace change, overcome challenges, and design a life they truly love. Her mission: inspire people to believe it's never too late to reinvent yourself. So, without any further delay, let's please welcome the super talented, super beautiful, super talented, the one, the only, the person who walked to school uphill both ways in the snow, barefoot, Lucie Rosa Stagi. Welcome to the show, Rosa. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing fine. What a great introduction. Thank you. I'm so honored to be here with you, Raja.
Oh, thank you so much, Rosa. And if you want to be honored to be part of this amazing journey, click down below so that you can leave comments on the live as well, and you will get a ring of the victory bell just for your efforts. So let's just dive right in and let's have some fun here. So, Rosa, you described your journey as a powerful reinvention later in life. Can you share a pivotal moment or a turning point that made you say, it's time to change?
Yep. Definitely, there was a moment when I all of a sudden I was in a 10-year relationship 10 years ago when I turned 70, and I was horrified. Really, I didn't know what to do. I thought, when you're 70, you think your relationships are going to last you forever. And what happened was, like, I was hoping to travel the world first class with my soulmate, and my dream just went down the drain like this overnight.
Aww.
And so, I cried in my soup for a long time, for about 6 months. And then I realized that nobody was going to come and help me. So I thought, what am I going to do with my life? And that's when I decided, well, I'm going to take my entrepreneurial spirit that I've always knew I had, and I'm going to start an online business. Not knowing anything about online. I knew how to copy and paste. That was it.
That's how much fun it is, right? Oh, wow. So then what inspired you to launch Lucie's Inspiring Stories? And how has sharing others' experiences impacted your journey?
Well, that actually, Lucie's Inspiring Stories happened about 6 months ago. But I was, I'm co-founder of Launch Lab Academy. And we were helping women over 60 to start their business online and to scale the business online organically. And it occurred to me that one of the things that they needed to do to brand themselves online was to be on video, because we know video is the key, the content, content. And so I remember one of the ladies said, I have to do a video. And I went, oh my God. Oh, we forgot about this. So I started a camera, confidence course for them, so that they could be comfortable, on camera, because they didn't know how to talk. I mean, who knows how to talk to a computer? I mean, you have to look at this little green light. Nobody teaches you that. You're up here, you're down there, you're all over the place, that kind of stuff. And so I started interviewing them. And also I started interviewing women who had already launched their business, who were scaling their business, because I wanted to show our clients what they could achieve if they actually went through the course, worked with us. And so for 4 years, I interviewed them, and I interviewed other women who were successful already. And
Gotcha.
so
Like,
now,
mhm.
then I think 6 months ago it turned into a podcast, because Launch Lab Academy, we are pivoting. We, as a business, we're pivoting into the AI consulting. Yeah.
I know a bit about that. Yeah, we will definitely talk more about that. Yeah. So, so what about what do you? You must have some success stories. Like, can you give us an example of one? And what is someone who's listening on there today? Someone who feels stuck. What would you advise them to be their first step so they can take towards rewriting their own story?
Well, first of all, I want to tell them that they have to have the right mindset. There's got to be positivity,
Yep.
and the mindset is like 80% of anything that you're going to do. And I learned that the hard way. Actually,
Mm,
Tony Robbins, I was a student of Tony Robbins, and I remember him saying that, if you're going to be in business, 80% is mindset and 20% is strategy. So
yeah.
there's number one. And I know that most women have something inside of them that they want to share. And they don't know where to go. Well, we had a great program, because we started with as affiliates of Tony Robbins when they started their new legacy. Self-education is the new norm, and
Hmm.
it grew so fast that we could see, my partners and I could see that people were falling through the cracks. So we thought, hey, there's a need here. We need to help these individuals. All right. And these individuals need more hand holding. And
Right.
so, find somebody, a coach, not somebody like, I don't mean to say not like Tony Robbins, but he's way ahead of you. Find somebody who's 2 steps ahead of you, who can help you take the first step. And that could be maybe just writing a course,
Yeah. And
start.
and and here's the funny thing too. Like right now with AI and the way that it can actually help you develop a course, a program, a module, and all the copywriting. I mean, it's really
You
it
can
takes
do
a
it in
lot
one day
work.
now.
What you used to be able to do in 6 months, you can do in 6 days now.
Yeah.
Literally. And the biggest thing holding people back is their own fear. So if you can get a way to set that aside and start to focus on getting results, you'll be surprised what happened. I mean, like this show is a prime example of that, where I didn't want to talk on the air. I didn't want to do live video. I grew up with a speech impediment, and so for me, like I remember being picked on my whole life because of my because my because of stuttering, and as a result, I hated doing live videos.
Right.
But I kind of ate the frog, and I did the hardest thing possible. If I'm going to make this work, I got to do that. So and here I am 3 years later, over 400 interviews, and this has grown so fast and exploded my impact and exploded my income. And as you got to chase the impact first, not the income.
You're
When you,
absolutely right. And you know what? You have to have a good why. You had a good why. You
hmm
have to really have a good why. So you may have a great idea, but it's not going to be an easy road, and you have to take one step at a time. And the reason I say you have to have a good why to do this is because some days are not going to be fun.
I
Not
know.
even though
Certainly
you
not.
like what you're doing, you're like, oh my God, do I have to do another video? Well, yes, you know why? Because people want to know who you are. They want to know what you do, and they want to really like you, because nothing happens if they don't know who you are and if they don't like you. They're not
Yeah.
going to buy from you,
And
period.
for those who don't know, that Start with the Why, that's Simon Sinek. If you haven't seen his TED Talk about the Golden Circle, definitely go watch it. It's a game changer. It'll reshape the way you think. Now, right now, everybody out there is getting some truth bombs and some Easter eggs. You get a ring of the victory bell for being here, because when you're live, you thrive, and on the replay, you get to play again. Make sure you give us some hearts and some likes so that we know that you're out there and we are creating impact for you. And because you're doing such a great job here, let's also share. You have a free gift with everyone. I want to make sure that I don't forget this here. So share when they click on this link. What is it that they're going to be getting?
Okay, it's really very about 2 years ago, I was just very upset with Zoom, and I was introduced to,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yep.
I actually
I get
StreamYard.
that feeling.
I use StreamYard, and it became a little techie, but I was introduced to this new platform called Be Connected. And what I liked
Yep,
about Be Connected is that it
I've used
was
them too. Yeah.
an umbrella where you could do social meetings, you could create groups, you could have they have a prime content where you could put up a course and sell lots of you could be an affiliate, lots of multiple streams of income was possible. But more than anything else, it was easy for me. And at my age, since I was not born in the matrix, I needed easy.
Yeah.
And
Uh-huh.
so I want to encourage people to join this Be Connected, because you could get a free membership. So who
Yeah.
doesn't want a free membership? It's not like you don't have to get your 14-day trial. None of that. Go to that, that link, and there's a word that two words, get started. You click on that, put your information in, and bingo, you have a free membership. And little by little, as your business grows, you may want to,
Hmm. Okay.
pick up the CRM, pick up the calendar, you,
Right.
you
That's
know,
great. That's great.
as you
Yep.
grow,
Hmm. Right.
you buy,
Hmm.
because you don't need to spend money at the beginning, because, you're just learning. So
Yeah.
one thing at a
All right.
time, one step at a time.
All right. So there is that link below. I've been on Be Connected also. Like I've been interviewed on some people on that platform as well. Great platform too. So definitely go check it out. And there is a link down below. We'll also add it in the show notes and in post. So Lucie, we're gonna shift gears and now talk what I call the softer side of the series and get to know you as a person, because people join a person, not a business. Tell us a little bit more about, where did you grow up? How did you grow up?
It's really interesting. I was born in Canada, French Canada.
Ah,
So I
okay.
grew up bilingual. My
Yep.
father was French, my mother was English.
Okay.
And I'm one of 7 children. I'm third in line. And
Hmm.
unfortunately, there's only three of us left. My parents passed away
Hmm.
also. But I just need to say that as a woman, I'm about to be 80 years old. Back then, as a woman,
Yeah.
being in French Canada was not an ideal place. I wanted to go to college. I was the first one to go to college in my family. And
Yeah.
I had big dreams. My father was an entrepreneur. He used to travel all over the world. And I
Yeah.
love that. And I love that spirit. And that's what I wanted. But as a woman, I was expected to either be a nurse, be a teacher, or be a wife and have children. There's nothing wrong with that, but that's not what I wanted.
Right.
I wanted to
Gotcha.
travel the world. I wanted to,
Mhm.
perhaps get married. And I think at 18, I decided I didn't want children because my mother had seven, and it was a 24/7 job. And I thought,
Oh,
oh,
wow, it certainly is, yeah, my mom had 3, and I'm the oldest, and I get it, and I saw the way she worked, and,
yeah.
she's
And
first
so
generation
for me,
immigrant
it
in
was
America,
like, you
lot
know,
of work.
for some women, it's okay. It's a decision that we make, and it's okay. Even though it was very difficult, because I lived in Spain, they said, "You don't have any children." They looked at me like I was evil, you know. But and when I graduated from college, I hit the first wall. Nobody would hire me because I didn't know how to type and I didn't have shorthand. They
Right,
wanted to make me a secretary, even though the guys that I graduated with, they were being hired by the companies, they were being trained. That wasn't happening to women. So I thought, oh my God, I got to move to the United States because they're a little bit more open. So
gotcha.
that's
Okay,
yeah. But,
so so so
but first,
growing up
to
so
yeah, go ahead.
so so growing up, um, was there anything that inspired you to kind of become who you are, like a really like your favorite book or your favorite movie? What kind of shaped you into who you are today?
I remember there was a book in college that I read, Sid Arthur, and it affected me so much.
Oh, Siddhartha, yeah.
And
Mhm.
it kind of opened up my spirit, the spirit part of me, and it was like I knew that there was something greater than me, and I thought,
Yep.
okay, I've always worked with my intuition, and I thought, Lucy, what you have to do in life is just be open to the universe, because there's somebody there to guide you. And
Right.
believe me, I've worked with that all my life, and look at where I am today.
I
I
love it.
love.
I love it. What about favorite movie? Something that inspires you?
Well, something like The Sound of Music. I mean, I love musicals. I remember,
Hmm.
the other one about the New York, some musicals is what I like the most. And
I'm into music too. I love them.
when I
I
was
love
in
'em.
college, that's what I did too. I was in all the musicals. So
Oh, nice,
yeah,
nice. I did a few, and I was very big in the choir in high school. So I auditioned for Greece. I didn't make it, but also I couldn't talk. So I couldn't read lines, but I could just sing in the chorus. So it was fine.
but you have a beautiful voice. I've
Oh
heard you.
yeah, people have heard my voice. They know, they know, and that's irony. So I always say that. Listen, I, I got God give me the speech handicap, but also maybe this handsome, so it's a good balance.
That's
We'll just take it as is,
right.
right? um, but tell me more about what kind of music is your jam? What do you love to really jam to?
You know, I love it's very odd. I like all types of music. I love to dance and I love salsa music. I
Yeah.
love Latin music. I love Cuban music, but I like African
Ooh.
music and I love reggae and I love I have to be in the mood for the music. So
Yeah.
sometimes it's country and western, you know,
Yep.
and or
Hmm.
it could be reggae or it could be rock and roll. I loved it because I used to love to dance. So
Right.
kind of like all types of music, not just one type. But when I need to relax, I like classical music the most.
Love it. Love it.
Mhm.
All right, all right. Okay, cool. So we're getting near the to where we have to shift to our next segment. Is there a famous quote by anybody that you would like to share that kind of is your guiding light now? Something that really kind of is driving your future together.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Is there something I missed
Some
that
kind
word?
of a quote from your mentor or someone that you want to.
The quote. I know that the quote came from World War II with Winston Churchill. Never give up. Never give.
Hmm.
Never give up. It's what kept me. It's what's kept me going all the time. because because winners never quit and quitters never win.
I agree with you so
Mhm.
much. All right. So before we shift gears, I got to ask you something here. What is your favorite food? I
Oh,
always
I love
find that funny.
Japanese food. I love sushi.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So in 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 uh in in uh in Philadelphia, where I am right near here, we all heard about Kobe Bryant. So the funny story about him is that his parents used to go to this place called the Kobe Steakhouse, and it was a Japanese sushi and like restaurant. And I know
Mhm.
the owner. So, hello, hey chef, we need some Japanese food in the green room stat for my VIP guest. So, okay, fine. All right, so that's my totally real call. They're going to take care of you in the green room.
Oh.
So before we go, last question here. What is it that you want people to recall about you?
That age does not define you.
Yeah.
That is your resiliency, your determination, your courage. You
Hmm.
know, that is a better defining statement of who you are.
I love
And
it. I love it. All right. Ooh, you get to ring the victory bell. Oh, I got chills by that. It's so true. All right. Thank you so much, Rosa. We'll see you in a few minutes. All right. Enjoy the food in the green room and please save me some. All
okay.
right. So while Rosa's chowing down, we're going to give you guys a 60-second mind shift because every day in your life, things are happening to you. But did you actually make a splash? Let's find out.
When you throw a rock into a lake, what happens? No, there's a splash. You make an impact, and then you get waves. And then you don't know where those waves are going. Those waves are going past around the reeds, and you don't know where that impact is. So all of you out there, when you're on stage, you don't know where your impact is going to end. It's never going to end.
All right, folks. So Lucie talked a lot about helping people get unstuck and talk about creating that next version of themselves. I'm going to ask you something. This is something I came across with in my own journey over the past 7, 8 years through my own personal development. And if you haven't yet, watch my TED Talk, How to Speak When You Can't Talk. Please watch that and share that with others. I don't get anything out of it. It's just to make sure that people get educated about learning that there are people with invisible superpowers, right? If you see right there, every day in our lives that are screaming in quiet frustration because someone took away their voice or their power. We can help them, but a lot of the times we can help ourselves. And just like it said in the Wizard of Oz, Judy Garland character, like Dorothy was told, well, you had the power all along. You had the power all along. And that sends chills through me still today. So I remember growing up with that and hearing that line. As a child, it didn't really mean much, but as an adult, I was like, wow, it sent chills through me. I said, that is what the Wizard of Oz is really all about, is that you made a choice to change your life. You made a choice to go on that yellow brick road. You made a choice to make friends. You made a choice to help the lion when he was getting scared. You made a choice to help your colleague get to the end of the road and help to reshape their lives. And you didn't let that four-letter word, fear, stand in your way. And I'm going to help you redefine fear, because you may have seen a lot of memes on the internet. Fear stands for false evidence appearing real. That's true. But here's my version of it. I call it face everything and rise. Because truly, when you face everything, that's when you find a way to get past your obstacles. You either go over them, around them, under them, and sometimes through them. And if you can do that, if you can face your fear, life will change for you like that, because you made a choice. And if you can do that, and if I can face my fear, Lucie and I were just talking about this before the show began, is that I had to eat the toad or the frog, and they call that, what's the hardest possible thing that you can do? I'm going to start a live video show, and which is the thing I was scared of the most, and it made all the difference. So here you go. Now I start to mix in some Robert Frost with you here too. I took the road less traveled, and it has made all the difference. So let's bring Rosa back, or I'm sorry, Lucie back, and I keep calling her Rosa. Her name is Lucie. So Lucie, welcome back, and please, how is the food? Did you save me any?
What you say about face everything and rise. I mean, when I looked at that food and it was like, oh wow, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. So what's your biggest takeaway from that 60-second mindset, and what would you add to it?
It's so important that I think what we need to do is every day you need to work on your mindset. It's not something that you need to absolutely work at it. So in the morning, I have a morning routine. So create a morning routine for yourself.
Yeah.
I have what I call my vision board on steroids, where I have all my favorite people, my favorite places flashing at me for 3 minutes. It's called Positive Prime, and it's just something that I use to.
Oh, I remember Positive Prime. Yes.
To remind me of the why, and so so it's something that we need to work on, because if I don't work on my mindset every day, I'm not in peak state.
Gotcha. I love it. Thank you so much, Lucie. You've been an amazing guest here today. Make sure you click on her link down below. There is down below. Make sure you take action, because people that take action are the ones that move the needle in their own life. And just a public service announcement. Thank you to all my sisters who gave me my rakris last week. Last weekend was a very important day in the Indian holidays called Raksha Bandhan. You can look it up. Google will tell you all about it. It's a beautiful holiday, and it's one of my favorites. So I just wanted to share that with you all, and because family first, right? All in heart. So there it is. So Lucie, thank you so much for being here and being amazing. I want to ask you one last question before we head off the air here. If somebody gave you a blank check, unlimited resources, what is your grand vision to change the world?
Well, one of the visions that I've always had, I live in Mexico. I'm an expat living in Mexico. And in this village, there are a lot of octogenarians, and I would love to create a center for the octogenarians so that their people, their family back in the States and in Canada or wherever they are, know that they're safe. These people love their life here, but their families at home think, oh my God, you're 80, you need to be near us. And what does that mean? Oh, we're going to put you in an old people's home and we'll visit you once a week. No way. They go out dancing every night. They go out eating every night. They have a wonderful life here. And so I would like to create this wonderful center, for the octogenarians here and duplicate that in other areas of the world.
I like it. That's a beautiful thought. Okay. Thank you so much, Lucie. All right, folks, this has been an amazing show. And as always, we are finding amazing people to give you impact in your lives. Make sure you click your link down below. And folks, as always, it's your life. This game of life has only one player, and you decide what to do with it. And if you win this game of life or lose or fail or try, it doesn't matter. It's your choice. Go out there and make the choices that make you the happiest. I'm Coach Raja, and as always, don't fake it till you make it. Instead, believe it and become it. And I'll see everybody on the next show. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. Thank you. All right. So 3 quick questions for you, and we are out of here. Quick question for you. Why did you want to be on the show today?
I saw you on Speakers Playhouse.
Yep. One of my favorite networking groups.
And I just, you inspired me. And,
thank you.
And so I wanted to be on your show because I didn't know what your show was going to be all about, but I wanted to get to know you.
Me neither. I kind of built the plane as I flew it. I mean, I didn't know when I launched this whole thing 3 years ago what it was going to end up being, and it's amazing. So many people have reached out just to find out more about me and my impact and more about the awareness I'm trying to give about invisible disabilities. So
absolutely, because I was a teacher all my life in my previous life, and
got it. All right. And what is your biggest takeaway from the training or the show, from anything today?
That we can make an impact on people's lives because we can be role models. And if I can be a role model for anybody, then I've accomplished a lot.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. And if you want to be, if you want to find out more about my story, click the link down below so you can grab my autograph book and make sure that you get that. And last question for you, totally unbiased. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much would you recommend me to somebody else's show?
10.
I love it. Sure. Thank you so much for that. All right. Podcast crew knows what to do from here, and we are out of here.